Hey everyone, you've got Darren Little here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada on day 5 of my 90-day challenge. And it's been quite an amazing process so far, and what I realized is that I really want to do a little regroup, and I've brought my journal with me. I'm heading out to Stanley Park right now to sit down and map out each one of the areas with spirituality, relationships, family, health, career, and finances, and to really set some goals and objectives. I had a really quite an amazing thing happen yesterday. In the morning, I was thinking about how I needed to find some sort of a system that was going to increase my productivity and really time management related, so that I could make more revenue and put myself into higher rate of return for the amount of effort that I put in. A lot of times we can put out a lot of effort and do a lot of activity, but not have it generate a lot of revenue. So lo and behold, I get home last night and there's an email from Mike Dillard. And he's got a link over to, he's recommending, Darren, you got to check out this this link. If there's anybody that can show you how to master time management, it's Eben Pagan. So now keep in mind, I just kind of threw this out to the universe in the morning, and by the afternoon, boom, there's an email from Mike Dillard saying, Darren, you got to check out this link from Eben Pagan. Now, guess what the link was about? It was about time management. And when that happened, and with the things that have been happening over the last few days, I realized that, hey, I gotta really take this seriously and take up my pen and my journal and start to, first of all, document all these great things that are happening, but also to have a target for each one of the areas so that I can, first of all, chart my progress, have some sort of destination to get to, and then as I'm going, I can sort of, I guess you could say, tweak my progress as well simultaneously or tweak my direction to get onto the target. Now, I sort of correlate it directly to, if you've ever seen somebody go in a sailboat, and they're going towards some destination point, and they think they're going in that right direction. I mean, according to the way that the wind's blowing, and then all of a sudden the wind shifts and it takes them way off course, and they have to readjust their sails in order to be able to get them back on course. Well, that's similar here to what I'm doing today, and I'm really blown away, to be quite honest. I had no idea what was in store for me. I just was really excited, and I decided to hop on board with the 90-day challenge. Now, I know that when a lot of people get into their home-based business, they're very similar. They're just fired up. They're really excited about the business or the product, but they've got no plan. They've got no goals. They're basically just spinning their wheels, and then they wonder why their business never takes off, or they never get any traction, or they really never make any money. So what you really need to do is you need an action plan. You need to figure out what you're going to do today, next week, next month, in 6 months, in a year, in order to bring you that one step closer to what it is that you want to manifest and create in your life. Now, I just want to tell you this one quick story, and this is a time when I was working as Vice President of Marketing for a gentleman by the name of Dr. Lee Poulos. Now, Dr. Poulos is he specializes in the subconscious mind and the power of visualization. He trains Olympic athletes, gold medalists, and Fortune 500 companies and top executives on how to really move into beyond their peak potential and to manifest and create things that they never even thought were possible. So I was VP of Sales and Marketing and there was another person that was VP of Corporate Development. So we're out selling these programs, and we were so passionate about these programs. We were so fired up about what this information could do for people that the real estate owners and the car dealerships and whatnot started saying, well, geez, you know, you guys are amazing. Like, what do you guys charge? And I mean, we had never been doing any type of, you know, seminar programs. We were just the sales guys that were out selling the deal. So all of a sudden I thought, you know, as we go out more and more, people started to ask us the same questions, you know, well, you know, what can we bring you guys in and you guys can talk to our staff? Can you go through these techniques? So I said, you know, why don't we ask the market? Why don't we do a little survey and find out if there's possibly a need for this type of a seminar where you've got motivation, you've got inspiration, you've got entertainment, and you've got magic. Because both of us back in 1984 and whatnot used to teach breakdancing. You know, the waving and pop locking and whatnot. And so, and both of our dance teams had gone to the top in 1984. One of them finished first place and won 1984 Toyota Corolla, and the other dance troupe came in third. One was called the Ultimate Force, and the second one was called 32C. There was three of us. So anyway, so we start doing some surveys. Turns out that there's a big need. The people want this. You know, it's the demand. So we come up with a gimmick. I said, you know, let's be like comic book superheroes, come to life, and we'll do our own comic book, and we'll get out there and we'll use the comic book as our gimmick to get in to see these corporations. Well, you know, it ended up being a huge hit. So we went down to, when we first started, we went down to the beach, we pulled out one of these, and we said, you know, let's make out a list of things that we would be able to track our progress to see how well we're doing. So we said, well, how would we know if we're doing well? Well, you know, we'd be working for Anthony Robbins, or we'd be working with Anthony Robbins in some capacity. He's the biggest. Well, we would definitely have corporate sponsors paying for everything: our clothing, our trips, our merchandise, our printing. What about we'd be written up on the front cover of some publication or newspaper or magazine or something like that, and we'd be doing events for like Fortune 500 companies and well-known corporations. Well, it wasn't more than 11 months later that our phone rang and we got a call from a group called the Magellan Group. Now, the Magellan Group was the promoters that were promoting Anthony Robbins, and they said, you know, we heard about you guys through the Board of Trade and whatnot, the World Trade Center, and we're wondering if you want to open up for Anthony Robbins for the Firewalk. Well, are you kidding me? Of course. I mean, that was the number one thing on our list. Check. So then about 2 weeks later, we get a call from we had a call from the Vancouver Board of Trade World Trade Center wanting to do a feature article on us on the front cover. Comic book duo, Look to Conquer, the Power of Positivity. So then our first program that we did, now all of this was ramping up to doing a large program, which ended up being a sold-out event, and we had 28 corporate sponsors for the event that paid for everything. Club Med ended up flying us into Club Med in Cancun to do entertainment and shows and whatnot, and do some motivation and inspiration for them and their staff. And they paid for the whole trip, and then gave us extra money in addition to that. So all I can tell you is that these strategies work. You know, this right here, and focused thought into focused action. So today's day 5. I'm putting together my action plan for all areas of my life, so that I've got something that I can help steer my own ship. And I put out to you that if you have not yet done this for your home-based business, you need to take action. Take a break, you know, turn off the TV, turn off the computer, just go to a quiet area and start writing the various different components, the aspects of your life. What would it be like if it was exactly the way that you wanted to manifest and create it right now? So you've got Darren Little here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Thanks a lot for popping by and watching this video. If there's anything that I can do to help you along your path, please feel free to contact me direct at 604-771-1901. Hope you're having a great day. All the best.